thanks for having us today.
Hey, Brian. The situation has improved in Ireland now, so we don't have to have so many restrictions. Students don't need to wear masks in class anymore. The windows don't have to be open all the time, but we do have some things in the school that we're going to keep. So, for example, in all the classes now, we have air filters. Apart from that, we're kind of back to normal. The students are back playing games in class, doing a lot of speaking, a lot of conversation, and back to normal pretty much. Yeah.
Very good. Happy to hear that.
We had a lot of students who were waiting to come, they've been waiting for 2 years to travel to Ireland. We're busy now, busier than ever. In the summer we have some space in the morning and in the afternoon. From August then we have lots of space. So, if students are thinking about travelling, probably August would be a good time to plan their trip. We have a lot of European students at the moment. Most of our students would be Spanish and Italian. They'd be the kind of two biggest groups. Then we have students from Latin America as well. So some students from Brazil, some students from Chile and Mexico. In terms of students from Korea and from students from Asia in general, we don't have a lot at the moment. We would normally have quite a few Korean students, but now we have, I think in the whole school there's probably 2 or 3 Korean students.
Wow.
We want the Korean students to come back. We miss them.
Yeah. This is a good time to come.
Yes. One thing that's different with Everest is that it's owned by 2 teachers. So it's owned by me and Anne-Marie. We're both teachers ourselves. We've been teaching English for about 10 years each. Every decision we make in the school, that's our first focus is on the students, on their education, and that's kind of how we plan everything. Anne-Marie, she's a doctor, she's a neuroscientist, so her PhD was in bilingual brains, so she studies what changes in an adult brain when they learn a new language. She was the one who kind of developed our syllabus, and that makes the classes a little bit different. What's different then in the classes is that our main focus is always on communication, on interactivity in the class, on making the classes enjoyable and relaxed. Other things that students always like about Everest is the size, so we know our students, it's a small school, there's 50 students here in the morning, 50 students in the afternoon, so we know their faces, they know our names. Our office doesn't have any doors, so the students can come in and ask any questions they have, and they tend to feel like it's kind of a family sort of atmosphere in the school, it's more relaxed and not like a big corporate sort of school.
One thing I actually found, a relatively small school, you get more feel like home. Everyone knows your name and you can get to interact with staffs and your classmates and teachers, which is another good thing, I think. That's our students.
In terms of accommodation, we have host family accommodation, and then we have 2 types of apartments. One type of apartment where it's sharing the apartment with other students, and then we also have more kind of residential apartments where students have a private room with their own bathroom, and it's more like a residence. We do have availability with host families, but we need time to organise it because, like I was saying before, a lot of students were waiting to travel to Ireland, so all the schools in Dublin are quite busy at the moment, so we need a little bit of time to organise a family, but it is possible.
Advice obviously would be if you want to book a host family, any type of student residency, book in advance.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Give us some time to organise it. Every week we'll organise different activities. We'll organise a trip for a free trip every week. So that would be to go to see a museum or a gallery, or it could be to go and play football, or different things every week, kind of depending on what the students are interested in. And then at the weekends we also organise trips to other cities. So if students want to go to visit Galway or to Belfast or to Wicklow, to the mountains, anything like that. The trips at the weekend are paid trips, but the ones during the week we try to keep them for free. Before you travel, try to get familiar with Irish culture and try to get familiar with the language. So, things like watching TV series, listening to podcasts from Ireland. Don't wait until you come to Ireland to start trying to learn. Start learning in advance.
I think it's always better you get yourself kind of exposed to
because it's a big change. It will already be a whole new culture and everything when you arrive, so at least if you have the basic foundation with the language, you'll be a little bit more comfortable.
Well, thanks for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.